want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to you brothers making your calling and election sure. All right. Today I want to go into the topic of basically famine. You know, and you know, scriptures say that's one of the four sore judgments that the Lord is going to put upon you know, the Israelites and on the whole, actually the whole world. You know, so let me get straight to it. You know, and this is after because the Spirit got on me to do this because on Monday night I saw a movie. I saw a movie called The Road. You know what I mean? Let's see. I saw a movie called The Road, man, with Viggo Mortensen. All right, and it's a post-apocalyptic movie, you know, and it's about a man and his son. Now it doesn't really say what really happened, what cataclysmic event, but we know that it's because of the smoke that's in the background and the trees that are all laid down. We know that it's because of the because of that nuclear war, the missiles that hit America. So this is the movie. It's called The Road. All right. But what's funny is that also on Monday or throughout this week, this certain week, man, there was a what do you call it? There was this man who was arrested for biting this man's face off, man. It's a suspect found biting man's face off at a chaotic murder scene. I'm going to read a little bit. It says, Martin County, Florida. Sheriff's deputies were called to Kokomo Lane in Martin County, Florida on Monday evening because a neighbor told 911 he'd been stabbed trying to break up a fight. CBS Tampa affiliate WPEC reports that when the first deputy arrived, the sheriff said she had found a man on top of another one in a driveway biting his face. The sheriff said the suspect was removing the victim's flesh with his teeth. Eventually, multiple deputies and a canine pounced, trying to remove the suspect from the prone man on the ground. They used a stun gun, but only after use of great force from every law enforcement officer available could they remove him. The victim was pronounced dead at the scene. His wife was found dead as well inside the garage of their home. Not this article, but I read another article. It said that this man ran up on two people in the garage. They were just kicking in the garage, sitting down. Man, these demons are heavy, man. The age and identity of the victims of the suspect has not been provided. The sheriff would only say that the suspect and the deceased couple knew each other. So the suspect knew these people. This is the Good Samaritan who called 911 and tried to rescue his neighbor, suffered substantial injuries. All right. It goes on to say, so the suspect was also taken to St. Mary's where he is undergoing treatment. His motive is not known at this time. You know what I'm saying? It's them demons, man. Bugged out 2/3. They run around in people's garages eating people's faces, man. What the hell? It says when we see a case like this, when someone is biting off pieces of somebody's face, could it be flakka? And down here it says flakka, designer drug that can be snorted, smoked, injected, or swallowed. Anyway, so we know that these things happen, man. The scriptures speak about these things. So first scripture I want to get is 2 Ezra 15, 5-6. It says, Behold, Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction, man. All right, and then in these times, man, we're measuring the times diligently because we're seeing this, man. We're seeing sword, famine, death, and destruction, man. Sword because, you know, you got people rioting in Milwaukee. You know, you got Jake's getting shot down by these police. You got, you know, these wars, man. You got they bombing Syria. Syria's desolate. You know, you got these little mini wars everywhere. And you got, you got death, man, the sword. You got famine, you got destruction. It says, 2 Ezra 15:6, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. All right. Now, like I said, I want to go into that topic of famine, man. All right. Because obviously we see this guy in my, what was it? Florida, where was he at? He was in Florida, right? Let's see. Where was this guy at? Florida. Man, he must be in a famine because he's eating people's faces, man. What's up with this cat? This is Lamentations 4 and 9. It says, So we read that the Lord's going to bring sword, famine, and death upon the earth, man. This death and destruction. This is Lamentations 4:9. It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. All right. So, I mean, it's a slow death, man, when you die from famine. All right. But people that die from the sword, it's really quick. It's a quick death, man. Let's look up that word pine away. To flow, gush, issue, discharge, to flow, flow particle, to die, pine away. So they die, man. To waste away. So they waste away, you know. All right. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger, for these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. All right. So they die through wants to the fruits of the field. So they die slowly, you know. And here I had some pictures right here of people that are dying of famine. Here's some of the pictures, man. Slow death, you know. So it's better to be killed with the sword than die of famine. All right. Anyways, let's get 2 Ezra 16, because scriptures say through wants of the field. Now, the Lord's going to bring judgment on this place, man, to the point where, you know, there's not going to be nobody to till the field. There's not going to be no food coming in. You know. We know that the government, the wicked elites, they got executive orders to stop food from coming into the city, man. So this famine is going to come, man. And if you look in Venezuela too, you know, if you know, the scriptures say, "Start at my sanctuary," man. That's the tribe of Asher, man. You know, and the Venezuelans are going through famine. You know, and there was a video that came out that hit the media, you know, hit the internet. An article was saying that they had it was reported that some Venezuelans they stole a horse and they ate him. Now we know that the horse chews at the cud, but it doesn't split at the hoof. So you know you can't eat horses, man. You're not supposed to eat horses. You know, and they were eating pigeons and cats. You know what I'm saying? So this is the famine that's coming, you know. The scriptures say, start at my sanctuary. So, you know, we see these things happening, man. And you got spiritual eyes and they're open. You see that these things are happening. So let me get 2 Ezra 16 and 24. It says, there shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? All right. So there's not going to be no man in the field, man. There's not going to be nobody that's going to be gathering in food and there's not going to be no produce. You're not going to be able to go to the grocery store and buy apples and oranges and all those things. You know what I'm saying? So people are going to be dying of famine. It says, 25, the tree shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. So this place is going to get wiped out with sword destruction. There's not going to be no men. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a bunch of these one guys. You know what I'm saying? Walking around biting people's faces off, man. You know? Let's see. You know? So let me go to 2 Ezra 15. 57. It says, thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and thirst of water. Right, and that's what you see in that movie, The Road. You know what I'm saying? Because they're walking through the earth trying to get to the ocean. Viggo Mortensen and his son, and when they're walking, man, they encounter cannibals, man. You know what I'm saying? So it says here, they that be in the mountain shall die of hunger, because they're actually going through the forest. They're not traveling the road, because that they're staying off the road, kind of, because they know that there's people they're going to be able to see them, because there's going to be left people up in there. You know, the scriptures say that. It says, let's see, let's go to real quick. 2 Ezra 16 and 31. It says, even so in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. All right, there'll be 3 or 4 left, man. And their house is going to get searched with the sword. And in that movie, there's people that are living in the house, a bunch of people that they're alive, and they're actually they got people in their basement, man, because they're eating the people that in their basement. They got food stored up, you know. So this is 2 Ezra 15 and 2 Ezra 15 and 50. Let's see. I'm going to read 57. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy cities shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and thirst of water. So there's people going to be eating people, man. That famine is going to turn into cannibalism, man. So when I saw this movie, it hit me, man, how the Lord is coming to judge this place. You know what I mean? That's a sword judgment, man, to the point where people are going to be eating their own flesh, man. And when I mean flesh, you know, their own people. So let's get Deuteronomy, and this is part of the curses. It was foretold that it would be like this. It would say bahasham Yahawashi, you know, which is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Let's see. Deuteronomy 53. It says, and thou shalt eat the food of thine own body, the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord thy power hath given thee, in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee. Right, you know what I'm saying? Because when that enemy come in like a flood, man, he's going to be taking people out of their houses. People are going to be put to death. You know, the guillotines, you know what I'm saying? All for the witness of Yahawashi, or all for those who don't want to follow and get that mark of the beast and follow the system, man. Follow that new world order and all that madness that is coming, man. It's written, man. It's written that these things shall come to pass. All right. You know, and for all those people that said, oh, they, you know, a lot of people, you know, it's, you know, a lot of people say, you know, you hear it all the time, like, oh man, I know I'm right with the Lord knows my heart. I know, you know, nah, man, I won't do that. I won't turn people in, because scripture say even the sons and the daughters shall turn people in to the authorities, man, to get put to death and for this word and you know what I'm saying, just to not follow that system, you know. But this is what it says about that, man. It's talking about the woman, though. This is Deuteronomy 28:57. And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things, secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gates, man. There you go again. That enemy distressing thee in thy gates, man. That's the you know what I'm saying, these that martial law, when, you know what I'm saying, when those troops come and kicking people's doors, man. All right. But these were all written. This is all foretold, man. This is all written beforehand for us to know, man, that the ungodly is going to receive this, man. So I thought it was pretty interesting. The Spirit jumped on me, you know, to bring this out because of, you know, especially what happened with that man who bit off that dude's face, man. You know, and killed that lady. Okay, but there'll be salvation for the righteous, man. All right. This is Job 5:19 and 20. It says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. Yeah, man, them 6 troubles, man, is when the wicked want to do that they want to let their enterprise, man. When their enterprise comes out, the Lord's going to disrupt that, man. So in them 6 troubles, man, in the 7th, man, when that 7th means completion, man. So when it's all said and done, the Lord's going to deliver the righteous, man. Lord willing, that's us, you know. It says, in famine he shall redeem thee from death. All right, and in war from the power of the sword. All right. So, man, there's salvation for the righteous, that remnant, that righteous remnant, man. Let me get Psalms 30 and 18 through 20. It says, behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy. All right. You know what I'm saying, we have hope. That's where on the highways and hedges, man, trying to make our calling and election sure. I mean, the Lord gave us this wisdom, you know what I'm saying? So now we're warning the people, man. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully we'll be seen worthy enough to enter into the gates, and the gates will open up for us immediately, man. This is Psalms 33 and 18. Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine. Our soul waiteth for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. All right. Yahawashi, he's our help, man. He's our shield, man, in these times to come. You know what I'm saying? We got to put all our trust in him. Walk in the commandments, man. You know what I'm saying? And have that spirit of endurance, man. You know what I'm saying? Run that we may obtain, man. I got one more scripture. I'm going to end it out on this, you know. This is Isaiah 65 and 13. It says, Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. You know what I'm saying? And that's speaking about the servants, the prophets, man. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, you know, myself as well as the other brothers, you know, the elders on down from the great millstone, man, you know, that we'll seem worthy, and we'll be eating, and we'll be drinking, you know, we'll be merry in that time, and we'll only see the reward of the wicked, man. That's a sore judgment. That famine, that's a slow death, man. It's better to die from the sword than it is from the famine, you know. So I thought I'd bring this out because I thought that's a prophecy, man, that people are gonna be dying from famine, man. That's real ill, man, when you got to turn to eating your own people, man. You know, when people say that, oh, I'm not gonna do that, I'm gonna be all right, you know what I'm saying? They don't know the Lord, man. But we persuade men by the terror of the Lord. I'm going to run this back real quick. This is Isaiah 65 and 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed, man. All right? So, I hope this was edifying. And I just want to say all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Double honors to the apostle and great millstone. And salutations to your brothers making your calling and election sure. Shalom.